shouldn't be. UK and Jager. Reload and reset and reset. Neon nights and radio noise. Two grown men making terrible choices. Leather boots and a barroom grin. One more round, let the chaos begin. UK shouting, turn it up. Jaeger yelling, that's not enough. Smoke and lights and a live cassette. Welcome to Reload and Reset. Oh, we ain't ever slowing down. Oh, we're gonna shake this whole damn town. Reload, everybody scream tonight. Reset, like the speakers dynamite. Hands up high, let the whole world sweat. We are Reload and Reset. Reload, turn the chaos all the way. Reset, we ain't sleeping anyway. Oh, Reload and Reset. Cheap beer queens and tactical sins. Living like the 80s never ended again. Bad knees, but we still go hard like two drunk sergeants in a parking lot bar. Jaeger laughing with the 1,000-yard stare. UK screaming from a folding chair. Current events get verbally wrecked. Every episode's a train wreck. Oh, raise your glasses to the sky. Oh, we're too loud to ever die. Reload, everybody lose control. Reset, rock and roll overload. Turn it up and place your bets. Welcome to Reload and Reset. Reload, nothing left but neon lights. Reset and questionable life advice. Oh, Reload and Reset. Hey, UK. Hey, Jaeger. Bad jokes, fast lives, probably getting canceled tonight. No breaks, no regrets, just reload and reset. Reload. 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 Raise your fist and shout it loud. Reset. Wake the neighbors with the crowd. One more drink and one more bet. This is Reload and Reset. Reload. Turn the madness way past 10. Reset. Do it all again and again. Oh, Reload and Reset.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to episode 7 of Reload and Reset. I'm Jaeger,
And I'm UK.
and this is Reload and Reset.
All right. So today's first topic is sensitivity. So don't get sensitive. All right, guys. You have a little bit of strong lighting there, Jaeger.
Do I? Oh, wait. It's on this side? I
Yeah.
can't control it. That's the window.
The window to the
Fucking
wall.
sun. You know, that's one thing that I don't see very often anymore, and here it is being a pain in the dick.
Because you're sensitive to the sun.
Yeah, I am sensitive to the sun. It's true. Speaking of sensitive,
Speaking of sensitive, I'm already sensitive. So sensitivity, right? So I mean, it could go in like many different forms. You have like sensitivity in the gaming world, sensitivity in just general life, right? The main
yeah,
thing is like as a culture, I think that we become overly sensitive by stupid things.
like just in general, you mean?
Yeah, like take oh man, in the workplace, right? You say the wrong thing to the wrong person and you're gonna trigger someone. Which I'm triggered by the word triggered. Every time someone says it, I'm fucking triggered, you know. So I'm a little sensitive to that word. But but I feel like sensitivity is like an obsession now, right? Because like the whole US right now, nobody's really like working together. Nobody's like cohabitating. Everyone's like sensitive to certain things, and I feel like it's like the downfall of humanity right now, and it's something that can easily be addressed or something that can be easily fixed.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree too because like there's there's a lot of situations where like in the workplace, for example, like you brought up, that you have to be like super considerate, but you're also kind of like walking on eggshells because you can't really like truly talk or think the way that you normally would. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
yeah.
So it's and I think it's like it's kind of complicated because like you have some people that are just like almost empathic, I guess is the word that people use. You know, they can kind of like sense other people's feelings and emotions. You know, like Alora, she's like that. She can pick up on someone's vibes, if you will.
Oh my god.
You know, and she just knows like something's wrong. You know what I mean? So like that's part of the reason why I think that I've always like tried to like put off this whole like everything's fine aura, even when I'm like panicking or stressed the fuck out. You know. Um, but I think sometimes like being offended might actually be a good thing. You know what I mean? It teaches you something about yourself.
Yeah, I feel like some people need to be offended sometimes because I think it builds character, right? Because some people just can't handle sensitivity, right? So like when you have kids, you want to raise them not to be like sensitive little shits, right? They cry about every fucking thing and whine about everything. Um eh,
But
eh,
you also want to teach them empathy.
yeah,
You know?
exactly. You want to be able to relate to people's grievances, if you want to say. But at the same time, you also don't want to um kind of enable the behavior, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. That actually kind of sounds like something me and you have talked about before. Like when you say something, right? Like everyone joins in on our streams when we're not doing the podcast, but we're actually like fucking around in Call of Duty or a zombie game, whatever. You know, we talk a lot of shit, right? Um, I think that even though we're being offensive to each other, we've never really like taken it personally. You know what I mean? Because we know that the intent isn't there. Like we're not intending to hurt the other one. We're just getting stupid. You
Yeah,
know,
I've
but
never looked at you and said, "You know what? Fuck this guy. I'm done with him."
yeah, we might have actually said that in the game or whatever on the stream, but we've never actually like, yeah, fuck this guy, I'm done. Like we've never been like that.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
hell, we probably talk to each other more than we talk to our spouses.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just saying, you know.
He's
But I
mine.
think that like, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I think that we have like a lot of different factors that are related to the sensitivity. Because I mean, like you think of like Call of Duty lobbies, right? Like in 2012, for example, versus today. I mean, you literally have like a disclaimer on there now that says you'll get banned for talking shit. Where back in the day, that's where everybody would go to talk shit. You know.
Yes, yeah.
Um. So, but with that being said, I think like also like social media, internet in general, really has just kind of made it worse. And I'm not trying to tie back into an older episode, but it kind of does, you know, like where like you get people who go onto these social media spaces, whatever it is, whatever platform it is, that are throwing out like, oh, this is what happened, right? And you hear their side, and then everyone else is like, well, fuck that guy or the girl that's put you in this situation, right?
Mhm.
But there's always three sides to the truth, right? There's their side, your side, and then the actual truth. And I'm not saying that either side is lying, right? So don't get sensitive about that. But but what I mean is like everyone perceives things differently, you know, and that's why like to your opening statement about it, like this can really go a lot of different ways because it's a huge, broad, generalized topic, really.
Yeah. Yeah, and another thing too is like in the workplace, I am not sensitive whatsoever. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm probably worse. You can ask Angie, like I say whatever the hell I want. But at the same time, a huge thing with sensitivity is knowing your audience too. Is like, um, I have customers, right? And if they come up to me and they look like they're just having a shitty day, or if I can't get a good read on them, I'm probably not gonna make as many jokes, and I'll probably just do my job and get them the hell out of there. But I've made some really close friends because of my sense of humor and my honest opinions on certain things. Um, there was another gun store where I worked at, and for example, she walked up with her husband, and just to point it out that this guy is not a small guy. He's prison bitch. No, not prison bitch, but he's he's got that gym body. You know what I mean? The prison body. Like
Yeah.
that guy had nothing to do for fucking years but work out. He hasn't been to prison. I'm just saying. But
Okay.
he's standing there all quiet and shit, and she comes up and she just looks like she got that RBF going. You know what I mean? So I made a
Yeah.
joke and I said, "Well, I don't know why you got to look at me like you're a bitch." And she bust up laughing, and he's standing in the back like, "What is going on?" And then all of a sudden, she would bring me coffee every day, some chocolate every now and then. Like we became really good friends, and their son, Justin, will come into my stream sometimes and you know come and bullshit. And it's just fucking like you can make really good friends by just being yourself, but you can also make really good or bad enemies
Oh
by
yeah.
being yourself. So
Yeah.
a lot of it is like knowing your audience, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like it kind of goes to like like does comedy need to have boundaries? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Comedy, it's just that. Like 9 times out of 10, it doesn't mean nothing. You know, you look at like the comedians and stuff that are like saying some crap about each other's like spouses, for example. You know, like and then somebody gets slapped like on one of the most watched TV
Why,
shows, for example.
why did I know it
You
was
know,
going here?
I'm just throwing that out there. We also got that one kid too, that Matt Rife kid, I think is his
Oh
name, or
yeah,
maybe it's Strife. I can't remember.
Matt
But that
Rife.
kid like
Yeah.
pisses everybody off, you know. And then other people he doesn't, you know, because like the people he pisses off, they don't have a sense of humor, or at least not a real sense of humor. And you got you know other people who think it's fucking hilarious. I think it's hilarious most of the time. It doesn't really matter to me what he's talking about because I know like he's just a comedian. You know what I mean? So like really, I don't care what he has to say. Not like to the point where it's gonna impact me in any way other than make me laugh. You know
Uh,
what I mean?
and I will say this too: if you go to a freaking comedy show, dude, part of comedy stand up is roasting, right? So
Yeah.
you got hecklers who are heckling the freaking comedian. The comedian's gonna point you out in the crowd and probably say something that you know, that's gonna be fucking hilarious. He doesn't really mean it, dude. Don't be a sensitive little shit about it.
Yeah.
Fucking take it on the chin and move on. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
when you
Yeah.
go to a comedy show, none of it is factual. It's supposed to be an escape from reality. So don't bring reality into the comedy show and get all defensive about it. But like, how many times has
Exactly.
somebody had um like Matt Rife, for example, like there'd be someone in a wheelchair, and I'm gonna tell you right now, he's the sweetest fucking person when it comes to these people. Um, but at the same time, he won't hold back.
Right.
A- and
Yeah, get over
and
here, Hot Wheels.
yeah, like, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So those people, I don't think they want to be treated different, right? So they're already different in their own way.
Nah.
They're already struggling with whatever disability it is they have. And they don't want this special treatment for the most part. Some of
Yeah.
them want to be inclusive or included into whatever it is, right? So if you're making a joke about other people, don't not make a joke about someone who has a handicap because they just want to be normal just like everybody else.
Yeah, man, exactly. You know, so I guess really, um, do you think that like people are kind of mixing up discomfort with being attacked, right? Like how else can I word that? You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, yeah, in a way I think so. I think people just take it too personally. I mean, you think about like Call of Duty, right? How many people's moms have you banged theoretically?
Yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
banged
None.
everybody's mom. Just saying. Theoretically, I banged everyone's mom.
If words mattered, then yes, I banged a lot. I'm
But
quite promiscuous.
in reality, I don't even know your mom.
Yeah, yeah, me neither. I feel it.
So
It's all good.
it's nothing to get like sensitive about, man. But I mean, back in the
Yeah,
day, man, when you were in a Call of Duty lobby and someone was talking shit, like that would be the fuel that made me better. You know what I mean? Like as a
yeah, because you'd be going
person,
into the next round with them.
and
You
I'd
know,
be
like, all right, I
fucking
got this
angry.
motherfucker.
But
Yeah,
nowadays,
dude.
it's so sensitive, dude, that you don't even get the same lobbies anymore.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But I mean, yeah,
I want to
one
go
of my
back and
favorite.
smack him.
Yeah. One of my favorite like things that people talk about when it comes to stuff like this is it's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard.
Hmm.
Like I love that because it's true. You know what I mean? Like it is just a joke.
Yeah.
Especially at a comedy place. You know, like sometimes we know obviously it's not the case always. We're not ignorant to the fact that assholes out there really exist because we are both assholes in our own right. You know?
Yeah.
But like when it comes to like a comedian or something like that, man, like get the fuck over yourself, dude. You went to the comedy show or you decided to watch that video or whatever. Get the fuck over yourself. It's not that big a deal, dude. He's joking around, and that's why we don't take their political views or anything else they have to say seriously. Like they're comedians. You're not supposed to take it serious.
And you want to know
It's
how
supposed to be funny.
sensitive the world is right now? LGBTQ. Donald
What
Trump.
about him?
Everyone's fucking triggered right now because I just said those two fucking words.
Like, two topics.
Two topics.
Everyone's pissed.
Everyone's fucking pissed.
That's
Everyone
like that one
hates us.
comment.
We're getting shut
That one
down.
comment on that YouTube short where the guy's like, say I can't remember exactly how he worded it, but more or less saying like you're not the best country because you have a tyrant leading
Oh,
the
yeah.
country or whatever. And it's just like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. Like we have 4 years we got to deal with this shit at most. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you're talking about.
Mhm.
You know, it's really not that big a deal. You know, you're making this a bigger problem than it is.
And the thing is, the president of the United States really doesn't control that goddamn much. I mean, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but it really doesn't affect your day-to-day life. It doesn't matter who is there. They're not changing anything. You're just disagreeing just to disagree and be an ass. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who's there. It really fucking doesn't. Because it takes
Right, and-
longer than a term to change anything, right? So anything Joe
Yeah.
Biden put in place is going to take Donald Trump fucking 4 to 6 years to change anything that he put in place. It's not going to change your life.
Yeah, not that drastically anway.
No.
Like,
Now,
to
if
the
you're
point where
talking
you're
about
gonna sit here
two
and talk that shit.
terms, mm-mm.
Yeah, where they got like the back-to-back stuff. Like I get that, you know what I mean. But like I guess my point is like people want to sit there and like throw stuff like that at each other all the time, and they want to have arguments instead of debates.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we don't really talk about politics per se on this podcast, because we're both about as purple as you can get. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So we're gonna hurt your feelings no matter what side of the coin that you're on. So
Yeah.
so we avoid it because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You know, here anyway. So so if you're gonna argue with us instead of debate, like we're 9 times out of 10 just gonna shut that shit down because it's not an intellect kind of conversation at all. There's no intelligence involved in it. It's just you
Yeah.
repeating what you heard from whatever side you're on. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and I feel like social media took control of your political views, and you don't really know
Yeah.
any facts. You're just going off of the trend, right?
Right. Right.
The way the world works, guys, is you talk it out and you figure it out, right? But the problem is you can't debate with some people because they're just so blockheaded. There's no way to penetrate their brain, and no one is willing to admit they're wrong. Like I don't give a fuck if I ever get proven wrong. Like I don't care. Like I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
don't. At
Thanks
the
for
end of the day,
educating me.
yeah. Thanks for educating me. I'll learn what I read. So I'm heavily involved in firearms, right? I sell firearms and stuff, and occasionally I'll come across an old guy, and he'll tell me something I never fucking knew, and and it's fucking amazing. It's great wisdom to have, right? Maybe in that field, but like I said, like learn about it and carry on. Some of the things you can learn, or most of the things you can learn, are usually from the older generation. So probably open up your goddamn heart, open up your ears, listen, stop being so sensitive. You're not always right. You're probably never right.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, and this, honestly kind of bleeds into topic too, really, because those people that we're talking about, they're wearing a mask, right?
Mhm.
Like a mask for whatever color or animal, whatever the fuck you want to say, of the political side that they're on. But it's not just that, like it's just in general, and I think a lot of that kind of comes down to the way that we're raised, and taught as we grow up and like going through school and stuff like that. Like you're awarded for doing what they consider is the right thing. You know what I mean? So you can't truly like really be yourself. And it's the same as like on this podcast, right? Like you and I are dialed way down on this podcast. Yeah, we still curse like sailors, but I mean, everyone who knows us knows that this is us very, very tame.
Yeah,
So
we do this for you guys, just so you know.
right. We wear a professional mask ish while we're here. Because we kind of have to, you know. So to me, like this topic too, it's masks, but it's also like subtitled how much of your personality is actually you, and if you know us, like when we're live streaming or even just hanging out in a Discord voice channel, we are not this tame. We're not this calm. This is for the benefit of everyone here listening to this now. And if you want to see like the true chaos, go watching bananas get burnt and what have you.
Yeah,
you just need to go hit us up on our streams.
Yes,
very different people, but that's because we kind of sort of have to be here. You know what I mean?
Join us. We have cookies.
We do, in poker on Tuesdays. Only on
Oh,
Tuesdays.
Yeah. I always lose my clothes.
But like most like streamers, for example, use them, or content creators, etc. Folks that are in that environment is like digital content creation or entertainment. They are wearing masks, and I think the reason why I wanted to bring this up with you is because, one, I know that masks is like your favorite word. It is a fun word just to say. Masks. It is just a fun word to say. But also because of your experience, in the streaming / content creating world, you might not be as active in the social media sense, but you watch the videos, you see the clips, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of these streamers, big and small. And that they're having to wear a mask. I personally don't think that a person wearing a mask is a bad thing. I think that it doesn't necessarily hide who they are, but it also kind of gives them like the courage or the confidence to be who they really want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'll say it depends on the place you're wearing a mask, right? Because like sometimes you got those people who like show up to school, show up to work with this mask, right? Theoretical, not physical, right? Because if you show up to my work in a mask, you probably get shot. But
same at mine.
So like you show up to work, and I get it. Some people's lives outside of going outside is a break for them, you know what I mean? But going home to real world is like kind of shitty. But going to work or school and trying to be something you're absolutely not is not a good mask to wear, right? So like you get those people all the time that are like, yeah, I have this, and this. I'm rich, but then they go home and they're fucking poor. And there's nothing wrong with being poor. I grew up poor. But don't lie and say you're something when you're not, right? Because at the end of the day, someone's going to fucking find out. The lying is the worst thing you can do because you always have to lie to cover up the lie. And eventually you just have too many lies to remember.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Then you have the professional mask, right? Whereas if you work in a business office or you're a freaking content creator or public figure, you've got to kind of watch everything you say because anything recorded is always around for everyone to see. No matter what, you're never getting rid of it. I could delete this podcast after this, and someone might have a physical copy or something. So I mean, you've got to be really careful with what you're doing, especially wearing a mask. But sometimes you can really enjoy wearing a mask. Not really going to say out any names because it's a really touchy subject for a lot of people, but there's some content creators out there that are a completely different person when they're behind the camera. And I feel like that makes it more enjoyable because they become this whole new entity. And then people really like it, right? So like they trigger people on purpose.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that, and again, I'm not going to name anyone else either, but I mean, it gives them like a persona, like almost like a role playing kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I have one in particular that I really love a lot. I've always enjoyed him when I was dealing with the stuff that I was dealing with. He kind of helped me kind of get through it. You know what I mean? On times when I didn't have anyone else or I didn't want to like call you, for example, I could just go and watch one of his streams. He dresses up like Jack Sparrow 9 times out of 10, and he's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I'm gonna give a shout out to it. You could give a shout out to that one.
Oh, it's the Raven Armed dude. He's such a good dude. He's such a solid dude.
Yeah, I love the Raven, man. He's fucking classic. I love that dude. I
Yeah, he's
always get the
great.
two mixed up, dude. There's Raven Armed, and then there's another one too. I can never remember his fucking name, but I always get them mixed up. But they both do the Jack Sparrow thing, and I fucking love both of
Y-
them.
Yeah, they're both. Actually, I think I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name either. It's something. It's the it's hit. So the Raven Armed is who I'm talking about, and then there's something Raven.
Rob Raven.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's it.
yeah. I fucking love
Yeah,
both of them. Shout out to those
yeah.
guys, man.
Yeah, but imagine though, like imagine that they didn't have the ability, like say it was illegal or they weren't allowed to portray, Jack Sparrow, for example,
Mm,
because that's what they do. Um, would they still be as fun? You know what I mean? And they probably would be because they're both pretty genuine guys.
yeah.
But that persona that mask, if you will, that they wear, um, it allows them to be something else. And it's not them hiding who they are or anything like that, which they should anyway, because OPSEC's a real thing and people are fucking freaks out here. But it's them like playing a character, a beloved character that a lot of us, at least our age, had grew up like seeing and watching. You know what I mean?
I'm a
So
dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.
yeah, no Tropic Thunder here, man.
Oh,
We gotta watch
sorry.
out.
I went full
But,
retard.
I guess really like the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because like some people say that like the people like they can genuinely change, right? So like not getting into like the streaming side of things, but like a person who is portraying that they're rich, for example, to use your example, but they're actually poor, you know. Which again, there's nothing wrong with being poor. Grew up poor too, like like it is what it is. But do people actually change, or do they just become like better at controlling certain parts of themselves? You think?
So I mean, I think there's a big difference, right, between lying and then what is it called? It's like if you want to meet a goal, sometimes you just live the goal until it becomes reality, right? So
Hmm.
embodying what it is, right? Rich isn't really, you're not going to get rich by pretending to be rich, right? You're going to be broke, your
Right.
bank account's going to be negative, and you're going to struggle. But if you go out and do something with the mentality that you're going to be successful, so like streaming, for example, if you're going out there and you're like, I'm going to be the biggest streamer ever, and you go out there and you have that in your head, as long as you're embodying it and doing everything right, I mean, it's very possible you might be. It just takes that one clip to blow up.
Oh yeah. I mean, just like and then there's like mid levels to that as well. You know what I mean? Like you might not be like the biggest, right? But like you have guys like and I'm gonna shout this one out too because we both love him, Biddywood.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, Biddywood is not a huge streamer or anything like that. But he is a rather big streamer. Like most people in like the Twitch space specifically know who Biddywood is.
Mm,
You know, you've seen him at least. And
yeah.
he's also just like a special shout out. He's also just one of those genuine dudes. Like
Oh
every
yeah.
time I go in there, he knows exactly who I am. Even though he might have hundreds of people in his chat, he knows exactly who I am.
Hmm.
There's no question about it. He'll even ask me how UK is doing if UK is not in that chat.
Yeah.
That's just how he is. He can remember those things.
The crazy thing is too is like with streaming in general, most people think they're failing, right? If you have a concurrent of like 3-4 viewers, I'm telling you right
Hmm.
now, you're in the top 10%,
Yeah,
right?
you're doing well,
If
very well.
you're doing better than all those other people, because that's like millions of new streamers every day.
Yeah,
So if you're up there and you're at 3-4 viewers every single stream, you're in the top 10%, guys. So you're fucking there. You just got to figure out what the next step is, right? To bring in more people. If you've got 50 people, guys, you are the 1%, right? You're up
yeah,
there. You're probably in the less than 1%. You're probably at like 0.5. Like you're fucking rocking it, dude.
yeah. That's the problem. Like, kind of going back in like the last episode with like the online civil war stuff. The botting thing is it's
Oh
so like
God.
oversaturated anyway to begin with, and now people are botting on top of that.
Mm.
It's terrible, dude. Like I don't understand the botting thing, and I've been botted before. I don't know if you remember that or not, but I'd been botted before, and I'm like, why the hell is there 70 something people in my chat right now? Like normally I would have like UK said like 3 to 5 people, and they're the usual suspects. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean,
Um,
I'm not a big streamer either, but I am in the top 10%, right? So I average 3 to 5 people. Sometimes,
yeah,
I'll have 11, and I'm like, ooh. Um,
yeah. We got 11 people up in here, chat.
we got 11 motherfuckers. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's fucking awesome. I mean, I've been rated before with like 1,000 plus people, and then they all disappeared as soon as they got there, and I was like, hmm. so they were all freaking bots.
Yeah,
But talking about like gaming, right? So I mean, we already kind of touched a little bit of it during the sensitivity one, with the
sure.
way gaming has become.
Hmm.
I feel like it's very important to know reality from virtuality. Um, been in a video game playing Call of Duty allows you to vent or blow off some steam, right? Grand Theft Auto the same way. You can steal a car, kill hookers and shit. Um,
Yeah,
and it's an escape from reality. So don't bring that reality, that virtuality into reality or vice versa, right? It's important to
right.
know the difference between real and fake. And
Yeah,
then there's some boundaries you don't cross too. Like some people get so heavily involved in gaming that they end up blowing all of their fucking money and end up broke because they spent too much on freaking skin. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, or even just a new game, you know what I mean? Like, they're over there, like, having to DoorDash something, and they can't even afford to DoorDash something because they've bought 8 games that fucking month, and they don't have the money to even DoorDash, which you shouldn't DoorDash, by the way, unless you've got that kinda money to play with and you budgeted that.
Yeah.
But, like, these people have, like, empty-ass fridges if they even have a fridge at all, you know? And they're spending all their money on that stuff, you know? Which I get, like you said, it is an escape, you know what I mean? It's no different than, like, back in, like, the fucking 1800s when people would, like, read books, you know, and just to escape their reality for a while, you know? Um, it's really no different, you know, except for it's more interactive, I suppose, you know, um, but it's the same gist, you know, same with, like, people who go to movies all the time, you know, like, my sister-in-law, she goes in the movies every chance she gets. When there's a new movie coming out, I don't even know if she cares about the movie itself, like, if she's been waiting on it. She's just like, "I'm gonna go see a movie," you know? That is her escape, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a healthy escape to a degree, as long as you don't let it like take over your life or take over your finances. You know, as long as you don't let it hurt you and become a negative thing, it can be a very positive thing. You know, I mean, like look at me and you, we become best friends and shit from playing a game in fucking Fortune's Keep. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's not necessarily that it's a bad thing, you know. And it's the same with people who are like movie lovers or people who go to like are in a book club. You know, like it's the same thing. Like you join a book club and you meet like 10, 11 people that you never met before, and you guys sort of find out that you're all really into Poe or Lovecraft. You know, and then all of a
50
sudden you
Shades
become
of
like best.
Gay.
You know, yeah. I mean, hey, like it may be. You know, same with like cinephobes. You know, who are like really into that shit. So, or cinephiles rather, sorry. But yeah, I don't know. Gaming's an interesting topic because it's also a rather broad one, with so many different things that you can get into when it comes to that. Like you and I, for example, talking about Call of Duty, we'll get pissed off on this topic. So we just avoid Call of Duty just like we avoid politics because we're just going to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah, gaming is one of those things like it's such a broad topic. Like everyone's got that one game where they can sit there and play for hours and hours and hours and just kind of relax, right? And I've said it before, like some of my most relaxing games are probably the most violent games I can play, right?
Right.
It's just because if I didn't have the output, I probably would be a very violent person, but otherwise, I'm a really really nice person. Like you can look at me and think, "Oh yeah, this guy's a fucking asshole." But the thing is, at the end of the day, I will go out of my way to help just about anybody. It's
Yeah.
just who I am. I'm not an asshole. I look like one and I sound like one, but I love everybody.
Right.
I mean, not
He is an
everybody,
asshole.
but
He is
but
an
most
asshole.
people.
Well, I mean, while we're on the topic about games, do you think the games like today have actually gotten better, or do you feel like they just gotten prettier?
Um, I don't feel like any game got really good, honestly. I mean, honestly, I think like gaming right now is such a shitty standard for games. Um, I don't even think they even got prettier, dude. Because there's some fucking games that just look fucking stupid. Like
Yeah, but I
Call of
mean, like,
Duty and its reskins.
okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But we try to avoid that one because that one's obviously the elephant in the room. Everybody knows how stupid Call of Duty is. You know, we don't have to bring that one up. But I mean, like, they get like dead franchises, for example, right? Like you had mentioned, I can't remember if it was the last episode or the episode before, that Blizzard would have been like your top like go-to developer.
Yeah, yeah.
Specifically mentioning Diablo. You know, that game like got resurrected, right? And it didn't really. I mean, it's a little bit prettier, I guess, but the game, like Diablo 2 specifically, the I can't remember. Was it just remastered? I can't remember. Um, but that game was just fucking phenomenal, right? Even as a remake, like it was just so damn good, So other companies have tried it, right? Like you've got like the new Gears of War thing. I can't remember what it's called that's coming out, and it's probably going to be total garbage, which
Mhm.
sucks because back in the day, Gears of War, just like Army of Two, like the OG ones, were great games, like solid fucking games that they just kind of overplayed instead of like working on the games that they had. They just kept coming out with new ones, like Ark.
I mean, so at the
Um,
same time, do you think the standard changed? Like, as far as like, do you think your standards changed? Do you think the games back then were actually that good, or do you think that as you got older, you got a little bit more picky and choosy?
No, I think the games were actually just that good, and the reason why I say that is because if you took like Diablo 2 today, right, and you renamed it, made it a whole ass different game, different story, you never played the first one, whatever. If you played it today, it's just as good as it was when it launched originally back in like the 90s or early 2000s. I can't remember now. So I think that the standard that's changed has nothing to do with the players. I think the standard that's changed has everything to do with the developers.
Are you
I think
sure
that
about
they
that though?
I think so. I really do because they all they ever care about nowadays is money. How much more money can I make off of this game? And can I make more than the last one?
Okay, so
And that
think
wasn't
about it like
a
this,
thing
right?
back in the day.
So think about it like this. You introduce one of your kids to Diablo 2, they're probably gonna think it looks like shit.
Yeah, it's not as pretty as like
You enjoy
throwing
it
them onto another
because
game.
it's nostalgic and it has this like sentimental feeling to you. You know, you've got a lot of memories behind it. Whereas somebody who's never played a Diablo franchise game is probably not going to have that same feeling, right? Because if you think about Diablo, I love Diablo and I'll never talk shit about it, but it is just a point and click game. It's
Yeah, that's fair.
you
But
really only need a
if
mouse.
if we had that in mind, if we had that like if that was the way that I was going to look at this as a standard, then Call of Duty would still be one of my top played games because I played Call of Duty since OG Call of Duty on PlayStation 2,
That's
you
fair.
know? So I mean, if it really is that nostalgia that hits it, then I would still be obsessed with this piece of shit game that they call Call of Duty nowadays. You know what I mean? Because of the same thing. I had lots of memories. I met lots of good folks. Like even my buddy Eric, for example, we met in a Call of Duty Ghost, I believe it was. You know, and just been homies ever since. I've met so many people like that. Even Echo, that's in our chat right now. I met through Call of Duty. Granted, I met him through people that I met in Call of Duty, but that's how we met. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like, and I have fond memories of that.
we just keep him around though because he makes us look good.
Yeah, and he's pretty. There's that too.
He
He's
is
really
pretty. He is pretty.
He's
And
pretty.
he's got a nice
Yeah,
looking dog too.
he does. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, Moshi.
Uh,
Moshi's he's a
freaking
whole ass mood, dog.
dude,
I love that
Abyss.
dog.
Love you both. Abyssal send me videos all the time of freaking corgis twerking, dude. I'm just like, oh my god, it's fucking hilarious. Like, how many corgi lovers there are out there. And I will tell you too, like in the gaming thing, if I spend my free time gaming with you, it's because I love you. I don't play games with people I do not like. And I think people will know like how I behave with people who I am playing with and I don't like. There's been a few people,
Oh yeah.
and I
Yeah.
am a different person. Like, you'll know if I like you or not.
Yeah, there's no hiding it. I mean, we tried it with the one in particular, like most recent one I can think of. We tried really hard
Yeah.
to include that individual, I guess is a nice way to say it, and to behave ourselves as much as we possibly could, which isn't a lot, to be honest, but still, you know, it's funny because like like different games and stuff like back in the day, right? Like say we met like in 2012, like would we have still been like homies in 2012? Probably because we both have the same sense of humor. But there's chance, that like gaming back then we would have just been talking shit to each other and like waiting to go like load into the next team deathmatch lobby to start fucking each other up and hunting each other's dog tags.
In 2012, what games were popular? Like Halo 3?
Was it? No, it wasn't Halo because Halo 3 was like 2006, wasn't it? 2006,
Yeah, 2006, 8, 9.
Yeah, like 2012. I'm thinking like that would be like Black Ops 2, Ghost, maybe.
Oh yeah, we would have been homies then. Yeah.
Yeah, but we were also still allowed to talk shit. You know what I mean? So like we might have not even like hooked up. We might not have been in the same squad. We
So
could have just been sitting there
long,
talking
gay
shit to each
boy.
other. Yeah, dude. So, but I would say, I guess when it comes to gaming, like one question that I'd have for you, and I know this is your topic to question me, but I'm still gonna quit with this question. So if you could only play like games that were released before 2010 for the rest of your life, excluding Diablo, which would you choose?
Oh, Modern Warfare 2. That was like my go-to.
Modern Warfare 2?
Halo 3.
Go to.
And I'll be honest with you, as soon as I joined the military, I really stopped playing a lot of games for a long time. And then everyone in the military was like, you should get an Xbox and play with us. We play on the weekends. I was like,
I would throw it down in the day room, but that was about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I didn't really have a lot of time. I was one of those guys that like I kind of turned into like this, like my whole persona became being a soldier. You know what I mean? Especially
yeah.
when I hit fucking corporal.
Yeah, see, that's
Um,
how it was for me too. Is like when I first joined the military, I had this whole like professional like mentality. Like I didn't play video games. I played before I joined the military, and then I played a fuck ton after the military. But
Yeah.
when I first joined, I was like not really desired to play any video games, man. I don't even know what I did with my free time, to be honest with you. But then everyone in my unit would just start begging me to freaking play Halo 3 at the time, and so I spammed the shit out of that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was like I don't know, dude. Like I just never made the time. I guess. I mean, I can count on one, maybe two hands, how many times I even went out with other soldiers to like go drink or whatever.
Yeah,
I wasn't really big in that respect, you know.
No,
when it
I
came to
drank a
things
lot.
like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did too usually, and I'd be like working on like a convoy brief, for example. You know, like say we're going out to the fucking field for an FTX.
Yeah.
I would do that shit in my barracks. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like in my room. Like,
I'm
I
gonna be
would on it.
completely honest with you. There was times when I was drunk and people didn't even know I was drunk when I wasn't supposed to be drunk.
Oh,
I can't get
dude,
Article
yeah.
15 now, so sue me, bitches.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why like MPs and I became like super close was because like I'd get dropped off there. This is like around the time that Uber was like starting, I guess, you know. But I was taking cabs, right? I would just take a taxi back, and they drop you off at the gate, you know. And so you just kind of chill there until one of the MPs could take you. I don't know. That's how it was where I was at. I'm not
That's
gonna
how
say
it
everyone
is.
did that.
It is how it was where I was too.
Yeah, and because like my deployment stuff, I guess like the way my first sergeant worded it is like at least he's just getting drunk. You know, you had so many people that would come back, and they would be getting into drugs and whatnot, or
Yeah.
worse, you know, and wouldn't be there anymore. Especially down in fucking Fort Sill. Fuck that place. I hate Lawton so much, dude. But anyway, we're getting off topic. Sorry we did that. We're professionals at that. If you guys didn't know,
Yeah.
I think Nightbot tells you that.
I feel like the military really brought out the inner alcoholic too. I mean, not that. I mean, they didn't really bring it out because it was there, but
Lying
like
dormant.
it's so fucking boring when you're not working and you just want to kind of have like that group gathering and everyone just wants to drink, man. I remember there was a one time when I was drinking, and at the time it was fucking Jager bombs. I can't drink Jager at all anymore.
Oh yes, you can, Chad.
The drink, the alcohol. And I remember like I was so drunk off my ass that one of the guys was like, "Oh, we're out of monsters to mix with the Jaegers, you know?" And I was like, "I got this." And I ran from my house to the little shopette, which was like a mile and a half down the road. And then a mile and a half back. On the halfway there, I was fucking sober. I was like, son of a bitch, why did I do this? I have a car.
It's because you knew better. You knew better.
I knew
the MPs
better,
catch you
yeah.
drunk driving, boy, fuck.
But it was a
that's
straight
bad.
shot though, too. It was like, this is the shitty part. But my dumb ass was like, I got this. And they're like, wait. And then I just left.
I remember we were doing something kind of similar one time, but I was like, how about we just go to the enlisted club? You know what I mean? Like, let's just walk it over there. You know, go to the enlisted club. Like 2:00 in the morning, we have like enough time for one, maybe two shots, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, great times. Kind of memories, you know, which actually kind of brings me into topic 4. Which is what do you think you're going to be nostalgic about in like the next 20 years? Like what are you currently taking for granted that like 20 years from now you can be like, ah, man, I miss this thing?
Honestly, in 20 years, I hope not. But if you look at like the relationships you have with people, I feel like I'm living in a time period right now where like I'm gonna look back on this and be like, you know, those were really good times. And I say that because you and certain other people just refuse to stay alive. Like you're always trying. You guys need to fucking quit. But I feel like hopefully this doesn't come to pass, but 20 years is a long time, right? I mean, I may not even be here in 20 years, but I feel like the connections I have with people and the relationships we've made along the way. Whether or not they're gone to a better place or if they're just assholes now and I don't want to talk to them ever again, and it's probably their fucking fault, not mine.
Right.
But I feel like nostalgic relationships is probably what I'm gonna go with. Because like Echo, for example, I love Echo. Unfortunately, he's gonna get a lot busier here shortly.
Mhm.
So I mean, like that relationship's probably gonna be a lot less visible, even though it never goes anywhere.
That's fair. I mean, but in the same on like the same topic, the same coin here, it could just be that it only grows stronger. You know what I mean? Like theoretically, because we're not talking about like military, right? The military, we have like, I guess you would say like more acquaintanceships than friendships, right? Even though you might be like living, sweating, bleeding with these fuckers, for years. Once you leave, that's it. You normally aren't like continuing conversation. Like obviously you have like SEAL Trick, right? Everyone's got like that one or two
Oh yeah,
soldier that they still talk to from time to time, you know. But just because like someone's getting busier, right? Like Sam, for example, Echo. If just because Echo's going to get busier, having a new addition doesn't necessarily mean that he's not going to be around. He might not be able to be around as much, especially for like that first
Mhm.
year or so. Um, but we know Echo. Like if Echo has the time to, he's got to jump in and hang out with us. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Even if
yeah.
it's just a bullshit for an hour or a match or two.
And I was
You
just
know?
using that as an example, but I mean, things happen in life, man, where you just like take you for example, like whenever you change jobs, like it was harder to game with you, and we had to kind of like
Sure.
facilitate a gaming time because in
Yeah.
reality, everybody has got their real lives going on, and it's really hard
Right.
to connect sometimes or stay connected with certain
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, that's why you get into like these group chats, right? Like with Discord or whatever. We have like one group I think that we have like 5 or 6 people in. And then we have another group that we have like just the 4 of us, if I remember right, in. And those aren't they're not the same, right, as us getting together every Friday night and throwing down, obviously. But we're
Mhm.
still able to keep up with one another and still able to chat with one another, get a feel for what the other's going through and whatnot, and maybe even help the other one
Yeah.
without even realizing it. How many times have I reached out to that group and I was just because I was having a shit day, and then you guys were in there talking shit, right? Instantly because like, oh look, Jager finally fucking shows up or whatever. That's exactly why I went there. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I need. I needed you motherfuckers to start talking shit so I could piss all in everyone's Cheerios. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh, speaking of pissing in people's Cheerios, there's a ham and pineapple pizza on the way.
Oh God bless. I gotta. Can I like choose the other thing that goes with it? Because like maybe this would be like
No,
tolerable with
it's
like
already on
real
its
fucking
way.
bacon.
It's already on its
Oh
way.
Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Ugh. Well, there's that.
I knew you
I'll
were
I'll report
avoiding
that.
it, so I made it happen.
I forgot
Th-
all about it, to be honest
There
with
was a
you. Like
certain
it's been kind of
time.
a hectic time.
There was a certain time during the gaming topic where I was staring down for quite some time, and it looked like I was on my phone. It's because I fucking was, all right. But there's a ham and
Oh
pineapple
geez.
pizza on its way, guys, and Jaeger's gonna eat it
Oh
live because he said he was going to eat it live,
my God.
and he has to
Yeah,
eat
yeah, yeah.
one
I will.
entire slice. The rest of it, he can do whatever he wants with.
I can already tell you what's probably good. Actually, I recently found out that Anya apparently really enjoys pineapple
The
on her
tank
pizza.
loves
So
pizza.
I don't know if Novi does or not, to be honest with you. I know Anya does, but I don't know about Novi.
Hell yeah, Anya.
She probably does.
They probably all
Because she
do it
likes
because
just
they have
food.
real flavor. They have taste.
Yeah. But that kind of, I guess that kind of goes into like into our together topic, together time. Um, and I would say like if this one's labeled like if you get one free do over, what are you using it on? And mine would probably be that saying that I would eat that shit, especially like
I was like,
live.
that? Like, what
That
is
would be the
that?
biggest. That would probably be my biggest do over, like in the immediate recent history.
Yeah, you would never talk
Would
shit
be
on
that
ham and
shit.
pineapple pizza because you
It's
lost.
like it's garbage. It's
It's
garbage. But
fucking
I'll do it.
delicious.
I'll do it for you all. For fuck's
So
sake.
I said this before too. I don't think I have something that I would do over.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is kind of more like one of those things that I felt like the chat could really get involved in too. Not necessarily the chat, but our listeners and whatnot. Like, do you have like a career decision that you wouldn't have made?
Hmm.
A financial decision that you wouldn't have made? Would you undo like your biggest mistake? You know what I mean?
My
Um,
biggest mistake was a Friday night in Vegas with you. I got a little too
that
drunk,
was not a
woke up,
mistake.
and something was hurting.
That was a good time. That was a good time.
But not
And
for
I
me.
promise it was egg white. Okay, that's all
I
it
got
was.
pregnant. I didn't know that could happen.
But I just be like, knowing everything that you know now, would you actually use this do-over at all? Because it sounds like you wouldn't.
Nah, I always live. I'm one of those. I've always said like I'm one of those positive people, man. I always think things happen for a reason. So
Yeah.
when something happens to somebody, I'm always like, it might be bad right now, but it's probably going to get better, or you're going to learn something from this that's going to make you a better individual. I've been through a lot of shit, and it sucked at the time.
Fair.
But it does get better. Like I promise you, it does get better.
So even if it was like one thing, like one injury, for example, right, that you might have had during the military, or even softball, you're still pretty active with softball. Like you wouldn't like redo that so that you could miss that injury.
No, because think about it like this though too, right? Is your pain and suffering usually leads to empathy towards other people with the same kind of thing, right? Um, so
Okay,
like
yeah,
even if I could change something for other people, like let's take you for example, the shit that you were going through. If I could take that away from you, I wouldn't. This probably sounds very selfish of me, but I wouldn't because the times that we had during that moment, and the challenges we had to hurdle, not even
yeah,
just us, but like you and your family. I feel like that made it ridiculous, right? Because if you think from years from now, your kids are going to look back on it. They're probably going to know someone who's suffering from that same thing, and they're going to
yeah,
reflect back on their memories of what happened with you, and they're gonna, pass that on. So it might sound
yeah,
selfish of me saying I wouldn't take that away from you, but I mean, I feel like everything happens for a reason. Whether you know it or not at the time, it's gonna boil down to some kind of life lesson or some kind of empathy that you're gonna be able to pass forward.
yeah, yeah. That's fair.
So
That's
I
fair.
I don't have anything I would take back. I mean, like I said, it's been shit. It's been real shit. But that's my shit, and I'm gonna keep my shit.
Well, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's fair. I mean, like, and you're right too. Like, it does to kind of teach you lessons, so to speak. That can kind of get you through something else or help somebody else get through their own stuff.
Oh,
So there's definitely that.
you might want to check your front door.
Oh, well then I gotta be right back.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Be right back.
Yeah. So he's gonna try this ham and pineapple pizza, guys, live on the air. If you don't know, the backstory is Jaeger did a poll. Does ham and pineapple belong on a pizza? He put it on X. He put it in Discord. Put it all over the place. 64 or 63% of the votes went towards ham and pineapple belonging on pizza. Huge shout out to all you people out there with real flavor and real taste. But now he has to eat one live because that's what he said he was going to do. So hopefully we could persuade him that ham and pineapple pizza is deserving of love. But that motherfucker talks so much shit. He's gonna struggle with this one. But yeah, huge shout out to all you guys that interact with our socials. I know we had a lot of love, especially on that one. And I think he even invited or tagged certain people to try to persuade them that he was gonna win. But some of those people also really liked having pineapple pizza. So shout out to you guys as well. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully he throws up on the stream. It's not the best ham and pineapple pizza in the world, but I know he wasn't going to order it, so I ordered it for him because he said he was going to, and I'm going to force him to stay to that. Speaking of videos too, make sure you guys check out our socials. We post a lot of content clips on YouTube, TikTok. We have a Discord set up. It's all there in the chat there, so go ahead and give us a follow on those and react to them. Share them with your friends. If we say something that you like, go ahead and share that with people you love. And we also want to hear you guys' input too. So make sure you guys comment on the podcast wherever you see it, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, live on Twitch. Make sure you guys comment on it and let us know what you think. Hey, Jager, he's back.
I am back. I'm back with pineapple pizza. It's kind of hard to see because they got it like baked into the cheese, but it's fucking there. So it's I don't know if you can see
Pull
it.
it back
I'm
a bit.
putting it
Pull
on
it
there
back a
for you.
bit. Pull it back a bit.
Pulling it back.
There we go. All right.
Huh?
All right. He's got to eat that whole slice, guys. Whatever he does with the rest, it doesn't matter.
It's probably Sorry, hold on a second. I gotta fix something here. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
He dropped all
Mostly
the
'cause-
toppings on his fucking keyboard.
No, it wouldn't. Thank God it wouldn't like that. God, I'd be freaking out.
Yeah, me too.
I don't normally have food anywhere near my my tech. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't either. I hate fucking
All right.
greasy fingers.
Let's try this. Oh my God. And it's got Canadian bacon. Fucking weirdos. It's not even.
I'm not even
remotely
drinking a
bacon.
white monster today. I'm drinking a brown one.
Oh, it's sweet. Oh, it's not right.
But it's not
Cool.
bad, and you know it's not bad.
It's not good either. It's not,
Don't talk with your mouth full. Have some goddamn manners.
no. Y'all did this. You got to suffer too. Oh my God. Could have been real bacon. That'd been tolerable.
No.
Maybe. Oh, that was juicy too. That's not right, dude. You didn't even get juicy tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck?
But he's eating it, guys. He's eating it.
Oh,
It's not bad, and you know it's not.
it's not great. It's not, you know, I had shit in Africa that was still moving. So I can pretty much eat anything. But, goddamn.
I can tell you from our Vegas trip, he can pretty much just eat about anything.
It's true. You had to be there, though.
Yeah.
You had to. Oh,
Well, I made you a man of your word, Jager. You said you were gonna eat it on this episode, so I know you
I
wasn't
honestly
gonna
forgot.
do it.
I didn't really. I honestly forgot.
Oh, well,
Um,
I'll always
been
be
weird.
there to remind you. You're welcome.
I don't even want to lick this shit off my fingers because there's juice on my finger. Oh, God.
Might get a donation if you lick your fingers.
Ah, no.
Nah, not like that.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Anya did say pineapple pizza. All curious. So, Uncle UK got them pineapple pizza.
Yeah, they'll remember that.
Not Daddy. Ugh.
No, their
my
daddy
God.
did, but it's the different daddy.
I might need to grab a Guinness, y'all. That was something to overpower this fucking pineapple. Oh, it's like stuck in my teeth. No.
You're really attractive when you're eating. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, super
Yeah,
attractive.
that's what my wife says too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
I don't know how she sees it though. It's always blind. You know, it is what it is.
You're blinding right now.
Maybe that's what she means. I can't see it, so it's attractive. I gotta tell you right now, this kind of is gonna go with the this or that, but I really wish that I was not on planet Earth right now. To try fucking pineapples on pizza. Like, here's the thing too, y'all. Like, I'm not crazy about pineapples. All right. I don't
not
hate them
either.
though. Like if you have like a ham, right, for Thanksgiving, and you put the pineapple in it, that doesn't bother me. Like, I'm okay with that. It actually adds to the already semi-sweet of, like, you know.
See, now
of
you're
the
an
ham.
idiot. Now you're an idiot.
I can live with that. I
Because
can
you
also
just
live with, like, I
said
had this one that was
ham
like
and
fried.
pineapple goes together, but it doesn't go on pizza. Like,
On pizza, no,
shut the
it
fuck
doesn't.
up, dude.
It
It's just
fucking
a
doesn't.
sandwich with
It doesn't
tomato
belong.
sauce.
It's not even remotely a sandwich. Does
Dude,
that make a hot
it's-
dog a sandwich?
It's a fucking bread, tomato, cheese, ham, and pineapple. It's pretty much exactly what ham and pineapple is.
I don't know about you. I don't have tomato sauce and shit with my ham and pineapple for Thanksgiving. Actually, I can't think of one dish that we have at Thanksgiving that has tomato in it. Come to think of it. Not saying that other people don't. I'm just saying, like, I don't think that we do that. You know, we're normally like turkey, ham, like mashed potatoes,
I'll be
green
honest
bean
with you,
casserole.
I'll just take fucking pork steak. I don't give a fuck about anything else. I don't want turkey. I'll
I do
take
like
the
pork.
ham.
I do like pork, but you can't call that shit fucking bacon. I don't care who you are, Canadian or not. It's not bacon. Sorry, it's just not.
No, I mean, I'll agree. Even British people don't call it fucking bacon.
Yeah, and they're fucking weird. All right, so unfuck yourself, Canada. Unfuck yourself.
But we also have freaking bacon that looks like ham because it's so fucking thick.
Oh, yeah, I do like it. I do like a thick piece of bacon, man. I gotta be honest.
Mm.
Well, let me transition us over to this or that. All right. So for those of y'all that like don't know or don't recall or didn't want us to do it anymore, this or that is like we did like the pineapple on pizza. Does it belong or does it not? Apparently it does, according to the majority of you on X and Discord and Spotify. So thank you for hating me. I hate you all equally. But we also did it with like the iPhones and Androids. Now this time it was my choice, right? I got to pick this or that this time. And it's space or deep ocean. You have to personally explore one. The reason why I picked this is because UK and I are both terrified of either thought. So that's why I'm just like a pick your poison kind of thing, right? So the rules are you aren't like sitting safely on a ship. Okay. You're either going down there or up there personally. Obviously, you have to be in a spaceship or in a submarine or whatever in most real world scenarios. This isn't a real world scenario. You can breathe all of that jazz in space or underwater just as an individual. Would you rather be on an alien planet or unexplored ocean trench like the Mariana Trench?
All right, so are we talking about on a planet, or are we talking about floating around in space?
It could be floating around in space. Either
Okay.
way.
So I'm gonna pick floating around on space because I fucking don't like oceans. Everything in the ocean is faster, stronger, and bigger than I am. So yeah, and I just don't do it, dude. I don't want to get tangled up by a giant squid. Don't want to get eaten by a fucking great white. It's not for me.
No, in my luck, it'd be a megalodon. Like if they still exist, they're down there in that Mariana Trench, bro.
I'll be that guy that discovers it.
Exactly. I'll be the only casualty. You know,
I don't play any games really that have like deep ocean exploration, or I try not to. There's a game called Castaway Island, I think it's something like that. There's been times I've wanted to play it just because for the stream.
For the stream.
But there's times where I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing that shit because I know the sharks in it. I've watched almost every freaking shark movie there is because of my fear of sharks. It's the only movie that will put me on the edge of my seat. Every other one, I'm like, oh, that's predictable.
The only one I never really gave a shot was Sharknado, and I know they're on Sharknado 13 or whatever, but I still probably am not going to watch Sharknado.
Not watching that shit.
So, but hey, let me ask you this: if both trips had a 95% chance, we'll say, of survival, would that change your answer?
No.
Me neither.
I'd rather die in space than die in the ocean. That's how it boils down to.
I think even if I had a 100% chance of like not dying, there's no way I just couldn't do it. I couldn't be in the ocean, bro.
If I knew I was immortal and I could not be touched, but still would not go in the ocean.
Yeah. So I guess the audience question, right? It would be if you had to leave tomorrow and you have to pick one, space or deep ocean, and you're not in a ship. This is just you floating around, be it in space or in the ocean. Which would you pick? There's no third option. No, never mind. I'll stay home. It's like you got to pick your poison, and we would like it if you could tell us why. Because both of us, again, like I said, we're terrified of both these options, but one of them feels way worse than the other.
I know Sammy would pick the ocean because deep down inside him, he is a little mermaid.
Yeah, you think so? He's the little mermaid. Did they make him a merman? I guess that's questionable.
No, I said
he never really said that. He never really said the wife was the one having the kid. So
I said
never directly said that.
I know what I know exactly how I worded it, and I worded it on purpose. Sam is a mermaid.
Merman. I say you're a merman, Sam.
And just so we're clear,
six-pack.
It's not the tail is the fish. He's upper half is the fish. He got the body, ass end of a woman.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, mermaid.
So it's essentially an ocean sex toy.
Well, that's all I got. That's gonna do it for me, man. Unless you got something else you want to try to drown me in pineapple sauce or something, you know. That's all I got.
I will say there's a couple new games coming out, guys, to watch out for. There's going to be a game called War Dogs, which is a really cool take on like Call of Duty Battlefield style games, where you have a currency in that game, and that's what you use to buy unlocks. So you complete contracts and you get money, and it's in the form of dollars. I don't know if they're changing it for every country or whatever, but it is in the form of dollars. You can buy a tank and use it in the game. So it's a cool little game to watch out for. Another game is No More Room in Hell 2. I didn't play the first one, but it's up to 8 players, and you all start randomly on the map. And your objective is to get close to each other and link up. The only problem with it is your in-game chat is heard by zombies. So if you are too
Ooh.
loud, the zombies hear you, and they're gonna come get you. So you got to be really careful what you say in the game. So
Oh, I
make
love that.
sure you don't have shitty chatter, because. So maybe we'll be playing that in the future, and we'll put sound alerts so that the zombies can hear the sound alerts. We don't know yet,
Oh,
but that might be a cool thing to do. But super
we're
excited
so
for War
fucked.
Dogs, which comes out September. No More Room in Hell 2 came out yesterday.
Oh, I'll check that out. I'll check that out because that sounds really cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
Also, this War Dogs, it kind of sounds like a blend of like that Delta Force game, you know, meets Gray Zone. You think?
Kind of, yeah. It's more like Battlefield meets Gray Zone almost.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I'll
Um,
check that one out too.
But yeah, it looks really cool. But yeah, we're trying to stay on topic, guys. If there's any topics that you want to hear us talk about in the next podcast, make sure you guys reach out to us, whether it be Discord, Twitter, commenting on the YouTube or whatever. I'll probably tell you I respect your opinion, but you are completely wrong. But post whatever you want. Um, oh yeah, and then we always try to end the episodes on a specific topic, guys. Make sure you guys seeking the help you need. It is very important. Your mental health is as important, if not more important, than your physical health, right? So make sure you guys seek the help you need to talk to somebody. It could be anyone you want. It could be a friend. It could be us too. It could be a clown at the circus if that's what you're into. I don't like clowns. Don't trust them. But you talk to whoever makes you feel happy and comfortable.
Yeah. And if you don't have someone to reach out to, man, all you got to do is call or text 988. And you can reach out and you'll talk to someone that'll be able to help you out. Or again, if you guys want to just talk to us, just reach out to us, man. The Discord link's in there. It looks like Nightbot just dropped that actually. So the Discord link is there.
Yep.
You can find us in there.
Two ham and pineapple pizza lovers right here. You can talk to us.
Yeah, no. There's one. There's one. I don't hate it, but I definitely wouldn't order it myself. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like okra. Like
I
I'll
even
eat
made
okra
a thin
if I have to.
crust for you.
Yeah. Well, thank God for that too, because that was that was already rough enough. I don't know. Oddly, it probably would have been a little bit easier if it wasn't thin crust. Now that I think about it.
No, because the pineapple sauce would have soaked into the crust.
You're right.
But guys, make sure you guys get the help you need. Thank you for all the support we've gotten along the way. Episode 7, crazy to think.
It's
that we're
hard to
on
think,
episode
man.
7.
Yeah, for real.
Woo, can we make it to 100? Not without you guys. We need you guys' support, so make sure you guys try to support us the best you can, whether it be sharing our videos or not. What makes our streams better is if you guys do feel obligated or want to donate to the podcast. We will be using the money to make the podcast better. Whether it be to buy Jager, better lighting, or better microphones, better visuals, whatever it is, guys. If you guys feel obligated or really want to help the stream, go ahead and give us a donation. It will be invested back into the podcast. And down the road, we might do some charity events too, guys. So keep an eye out for that. But that's all I got. Thank you for watching episode 7 of Reload and Reset. I'm UK Reject.
And I'm Jaeger.
And you're not going to do your rap before you tap it thing?
I was waiting. I don't do that, by the way. That's his. What I was going to say is, let me just get closer to the mic here so you guys can really hear it. What I was going to say is don't do anything I would do. Okay? I'm going to change it up. Don't do anything I would do. That's it. That's all I got.
Rap it before you tap it.
Don't do that.
That's gay. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.